what's up everybody? I've got to bend down for this one for where the camera's sitting. So as you can see, we're in a greenhouse. So the greenhouse is 8 foot wide, 6 foot long. So what we've got coming in 10 days is a 6 foot by 4 foot pop-up pool. Obviously you can hear it's raining, and that panel there, the clips were too rusty on it and they broke. So I've got to order up some new clips for that. But the idea is the pool's going to go where you are, give me 2 foot at the front and enough space on the side for me to get up and down and do my filter changes, and then that's going to be pretty much where I'm going to be able to take out more of, like, say, the smaller fry that aren't growing so well in the pond, bring them up here and just try and grow them on some more. Obviously we've got electric straight out into the shed there, so next door, so that'll be fine. We've got, let me just show you. So we've got the metal unit there, which obviously I'll be able to do all my scrapes and everything on. So this will technically become my little fry house. So we'll have it all like that. We're going to have outside, I won't show you at the moment because the outside is a mess. But the idea of it is I'm going to run a sleeper down one side, turn that into a raised bed, put some gravel down on the front with some patio slabs, and just have a couple of acers sitting in each corner of the beds, and then an ornament of some description in the middle, and then so it will just make it up here a nice little area for, you know, when I'm not doing stuff I just want to go and sit out there and do little bits and bobs and just plan ideas for future videos. So I thought I'd, I know it's been a while since I've been back, keep trying to do it. I'm trying to think who the winner was. Andy's Koi Pond, if you're seeing this, buddy, can you please again send me an email? I did drop you a comment on one of your messages, or one of your videos, to drop me an email at heartskoi1@gmail.com with regards to getting the prize sent out to you. If not, we're going to have to get that redone, and we'll do that probably, give it a week. If we haven't heard anything back in a week, then we'll have to redraw that, because yeah, the cup's just sitting there on the side. And then obviously in here I want to get some kind of shelving up somehow. Obviously we've just redone the kitchen, which is why the videos haven't been coming out. So I've been in the process of helping my father do that, just little bits and bobs, you know, lifting. And from there we'll then obviously show the pond going in, we'll show the pool going up and getting filled. Because it's 6 foot deep, guys, I'm only going to fit it halfway. So drop your comments in the below if you think it's a better idea to fill it halfway instead of having it at full depth. I think 6 foot for a pool for the fry, considering at the moment there's going to be a max, say 15 in there, and they're only like this. Well, actually I can say it now, Charlie the Chag is absolutely hammering the food, as well as the 2 Kindatsubas and the Yamabuki as well is nailing the food. So again, drop a comment in, possibly if you think I should bring the bigger ones up here, which I personally think leave the bigger ones down in the pond, and then bring the smaller ones out, because then ideally is when it comes to doing water changes, I want to rig up a system so the water will then go out the side of the greenhouse, down into up and then into the flower bed. So the idea is all the waste that I come from the filter will go into that. I do have the filter, it's only a small one. We're only going to be running, again, I think it's about 1,600 litres an hour. So I think that's another reason why I don't want to fill the pool up full. Obviously if I do it half depth, then it's going to get a better turnover into the actual pond itself. It has got a built-in UV, so that's one of those ones. It's not a def can, as Vince would call it, so he'll be happy to hear that. So yeah, we'll be working on that. We've got 10 days. So yeah, let me just step back a little bit because was a bit sore there, bending over. So yeah, we're going to do that, and then obviously I've got to take all this off, give it a good clean, because yeah, it's been sat for a while. It's getting a bit greeny tinged. So obviously we want the more light and whatnot in here. So down here is where the table's going to be. I don't know whether it's going to be on this side or this side yet. I have got another unit out there, which is like a metal frame with 3 holes. So I don't know whether to put that over the other side with a bit of the old cut off the old worktop, sit that on top just so it's more stable and have all my treatments and everything and food all sitting on there. So yeah, ideally this will become our little fry house. So we look forward to the future projects and just seeing how it all grows with like having them inside and whatnot. In the winter, I've got a big sheet of bubble wrap, which obviously I'll just go in, put the catches in, twist the catches, and let me see if I've actually got one. Should be one laying around here somewhere. There we go. So they're just, you know, just little catches. You just stick them in onto the metal, twist them to lock them, and then I'll just put that over the roof in the winter, just to give that extra bit of insulation in here. The sides, if I need to, I do have enough bubble wrap where I can do, if there's one side that seems to be getting more cold drawn to it, obviously this side being open, this side's got the fence, so I could always put a bubble wrap down there and across the front here as well, just to give that bit of insulation, considering that's where the pool's going to go. So fingers crossed we can get that to work out. I'm looking at old filter down there, no good. It's one of the old green ones, it cracked. Over the years we tried fixing it with different things, all fish safe, and yeah, it just didn't hold up. So I don't know whether I should have put some CT1 or something like that in it and just smeared it in or something like that. Thinking back on it now, probably should have. So yeah guys, we're gonna leave it there. So this was just a quick one, just to let you know what future projects that will be going on. Obviously, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get it done before the end of August. It should be easily done. I have got probably about 3/4 of a ton of gravel to shovel out from where we used to have all the dahlias and the chili plants and everything else growing in here, so that's all got to come out. I've got to relocate this old girl. Let me just grab the camera. So we've got to relocate this old girl here, because it does go into the ground, which we were using as a point of sorry about that, close up of the beard. So yeah, that was being used as like a ground source heat. So by the end of the day, we should be able to get all the gravel out. What I'm going to do with the gravel is obviously where the pathway is for the washing line. Over time it's dropped, so I'm just going to relay it off just so it makes it safer as well. Especially if I'm going to be carrying up the fry and whatnot, whether it's in a bowl or things like that. We have got hold of a metal frame cabinet unit which has got 3 segments. So what I'm thinking is, because as I said, we've redone the kitchen, so I'm thinking old worktop unit, sticking that on top, and then once I get some measuring bowls in, obviously we'll sit them as if they were sinks. So we'll sink them into the boxes, and then we'll be able to have 2 or 3 of the boxes, probably do 2, and then I've got another little one on the end there for like a little pan net or any little bits and bobs that we need to adjust, or just little pan nets for if we're doing grading up here, or just general use really, so hopefully we can get that done. But yeah, let me just quickly spin you around. So as you can see, still got some left,
Still got to clear all that out. Still got to clear all that old soil out. That will go into raised beds around the garden. That unit there, I'm going to make some kind of use of that as well. Obviously that fish tank's going to go into the other storage shed, so that's safe. We've got this one here, which I'm not sure we can use. And then obviously, I don't know if you guys can see it, over there we've got the other one that I was just talking about. Excuse the mess here, guys. As I say, it was used for chili plants, dahlias for many years, so there's plant pots and everything all over the place back. So yeah, oh, that's just note to self, don't put the camera in that position. So yeah, we're just sorting that all out now. So starting to look more of a process. Obviously I can feel underfoot that the ground's slightly kicked up in certain points, so I will have to pull back the liner, but underneath here is just, as I say, it's going to be dry, so it'll just be a case of pull back the liner, break top, say 4 inches, maybe 6 if I need to, and then just get a rake and just rake it all out level, so it's nice and level when the pool turns up. So yeah, the pool will go in, we'll get that measured up hopefully by the end of today. So yeah, hopefully by the end of today I should be able to have the pool area marked out, one of the units where I want it, whether it will be for sticking a filter on. See, that's a question that I was going to ask. So when it comes to the pop-up pools, would people suggest just getting a piece of, I guess, 6 or 8 mil marine ply and putting it over the back of the, over the top of the pool itself, and then having the filter sitting on top, or building a little box for the filter to sit on top of, and then have that coming back? Obviously, once I get to that point, I will measure up the return, and I will be hitting up Skeggy for the 90-degree elbows and things like that for the returns, so we can get that all nice and plumbed in. I believe I do have enough as well, Skeg, for the other one that we were that I mentioned that I bought before. So yeah, I was again blown away with how quick that turned up. Thank you very much, buddy. Greatly appreciate that. So yeah, we're going to be hopefully day by day maybe getting some out. I know it's a bit of a change from once a month to trying to push them, but I need to start pushing myself, let alone the channel. You know, things don't happen overnight unless you make them. So if we want the little dream to have the little koi house up here, you've got to put the graft in. It's simple as that. You know, I've got to do what I've got to do. And hopefully in time, maybe if anybody wants to stop by, have a cuppa, and a good old chit chat, they'd be more than welcome. You know, if it's in the summertime, like, we could always plan to get the barbie on. So yeah, there's always more and more. And the more we've got up here, the more I've got to keep me busy, which means more content for you guys too. So yeah, guys, I will snap back to you hopefully later on today. If not, I'll let you know that we're on a different day. So yeah, until then, guys, speak to yourself. It came out as a 6 foot by 6 foot by 4 foot deep. So I was like, I could do with the lesser depth, but 6 foot by 6 foot, that's going to pretty much be from that wall to the door, because that's 6 foot. I wouldn't have been able to get in here. The day it arrived, guess what? Wrong again. So it's actually 7 foot by 5 foot by 2 foot deep. So shall we say we will not be using them again. They have been contacted, and I believe something has been sorted with that. So on this one, just like to give a big props to my brother, who've actually helping me out by actually buying the pool for the project. Thank you very much, Dean. I know you'll be watching this, mate, from Oxford. So yeah, we'll snap back in a bit. Hopefully we should have the tiles put down, and hopefully by the end of the video should get the pool in and get it up. Won't be filled today though, I don't think. It's getting a bit late to fill it. But yeah, I'll catch you all very soon. Oh, how we doing everybody? Just welcome back. Another day, another job. So the pool is in, as you see by the thumbnail. And well, we're now filling her up. So we'll get around. So yeah, hose pipes in, filling up. That is going through the chlorinator as well. Obviously you see I've got the old sponges there that were in the tank. Obviously I've left it all running and whatnot. So just to get some extra bacteria into there. If anyone can reach out and where I can get hold of some pure filter bombs quickly, so we can get them in. At the moment I'm trying to work out as well what to do with that little filter. It is a 3000 litre, which if I remember correctly, and I just got absolutely soaked, I think it was let me think, scratch your head for a thinking moment. So I think it was 1900 or something. I think it is. I think it was. I'll have to look back at the receipt. Well, the manual's down there, but it's soaked. So yeah, I'll have to have a look and see if we can find out what size the pool was. 1 second, guys. What's this say? This says no information. Fucking helpful. Do not dive in pool. Obviously not. But yeah, it is 7 foot wide. No, 7 foot long, 5 foot wide, and 2 foot deep. We did get a like 18 or 20 pound refund on it as well, because obviously it wasn't as described. So yeah, we got a little bit of things, so we managed to get it for 50 quid in the end, which isn't too bad, you know. So yeah, we're getting there. As I say, we're just getting up to probably just under halfway. Now, obviously I put the end caps on because I'm not going to use them as returns. So yeah, that's that. I'm going to try and see if I can find a piece of wood that is 5 foot long, to put that across the top over on that side, on the back, so I can set the filter on top of that and have that all running back into the pond from up there, because I haven't got enough space to put it on a shelf. So we're just going to have to run it a board across the top and have the filter sitting on top of that. As I say, she's only a very tiny filter. The pump on it is literally just what I've got, guys. So it's just a 3-in-1. I think the pump's like a 1,600 litre an hour pump. Very tiny. Come with the kit. Has got its own built-in UV. But again, when things get put away and they don't by someone else, and you don't know where it is. So we've lost the clip. So if Skeggy's watching, or anyone else that can help, so on this filter you've obviously got your UV, right? Now that goes through the lid and then it screws down onto a 90, which then obviously has the connector that then screws on with your 3 different sizes of pipe work. Well, somebody's lost a fucking screw. The actual locking mechanism for the 3-stage for the pipe work, yeah, gone. I found one on from the 8000 pump that I've got, obviously it was still connected to the hose from when it was before. It fits the thread, but in doing so I'd have to run it without a UV for a little while, because I don't have the actual nut where I can actually lock it off on both ends. I can only lock it onto one, so that's a pain in the bum. So yeah, that's going to be that issue. I think for the time being we may have to run it without a UV, which is not great. But yeah, keep an eye on this videos, guys. Obviously this is going to be the final part of the pond build. Next one will be coming out next week, so stay tuned of what's going to be happening there. We may have something arriving for the project. So yeah, I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Please, if you want to see future content, please hit that subscribe button and the like button, and if you really want to help out, share it with a friend. Until then guys, stay safe, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Peace out.